Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and if you saw my channel update video for April 2022, I mentioned that I wanted to try and bring back my hashtag TBT or Throwback Thursday reactions, because I did them back in the earlier days of my channel and kind of just like fell off with them. So I want to try and bring them back. So I figured what better way to bring them back than with what kind of inspired me to have this idea, than the one and only Miss Aaliyah. And I've got a number of things added to my playlist. But this was one that I just came across when I was just scrolling through YouTube at one point. I was like, oh, I don't think I've seen this video before. Like, there's some older performances that I've seen. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen these in years. I can react to this. But I don't think I've seen this. But it's her recording Journey to the Past for the Anastasia soundtrack back in 1997. Obviously, I know the song. I've seen her perform it live before. I know the movie very, very well. But yeah, I don't think I've seen this studio recording session. So we're gonna dive in and relive some magic. So clearly this song went through a couple phases, because this intro background vocals don't sound even remotely close to anything that I got. But I love this. So gorgeous.
After seeing the movie, I was very excited. I mean, it's a great opportunity for me as an artist, and even when it was first brought to my attention before I even saw the movie, I was familiar with the story and the song. I heard the song, and it's really wonderful. I'm very excited about it and excited about the future and the promoting it, the video, and everything. It's a great venture for me.
She has so much potential, yo.
The movie is incredible. The animation, Anastasia, her character is great. I love her attitude, and just her independence is really cool. And I think kids are gonna really love her character, love what she's trying to do, and definitely feel her emotion in the movie with the song, and hopefully feel my version as well. I think of someone who's a little insecure but wants to find themselves, and throughout the course of the song is building up the courage and the gumption to go after it and find herself, which is exactly what she's doing in the movie, and it's something a lot of people can relate to, which is why it's even cool for me to sing, and I think I could put some feeling behind it because all kids go through that, trying to find themselves. So it's a great song, great lyrics. Courage don't desert me.
Such gorgeous tone to her voice too.
We added a beat to it, make it radio friendly for the soundtrack, but everything else structure is the same, melody is the same. We wanted to really keep it as close to the movie as possible because you don't want to lose that magic, and that's what the movie has. But it's slightly changed a little bit for the soundtrack.
Sing, girl. That transition, come on. She's so damn good. God that she had so much potential. Like, yes, she lived a lot of her potential, but like there was still so much more for her to do. There was so much more for her to do, and it is such a shame. Such a shame, such a shame. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We already know. If y'all are Aaliyah fans, y'all already know that she was already like dominating the game, and she was ready to just like take the world by storm, and it's just such a loss, such a loss. But yeah, no, one thing about Aaliyah that I don't think a lot of people focus on, or at least whenever people talk about her vocals, or I've seen like her clips included in like compilation videos of like, oh, this kind of vocal or that kind of vocal, blah blah blah, like a lot of people tend to focus a lot on her head voice, which is gorgeous. She's got this beautiful, light, clean, clear, crystal clear head voice. And her melismas, her runs, her riffs, all that stuff up in her head voice. Such an agile voice. And that's all beautiful. That's all amazing. But what I've always gravitated towards, and I've said it a million times on this channel, just from things that I've reacted to, I love good lows. I love good, rich, supported low notes. And like Aaliyah has one of my favorite chest voices because she's just got this depth to her voice that doesn't necessarily always get showcased the most. I feel like I said, a lot of the times we focus a lot on her head voice, her melismas and all that kind of stuff, her dancing and all that kind of stuff, but like her chest voice, her lows, like I can think of seeing, there's like a little like 30-second clip of her like on a radio show or something, and she's singing just the beginning of the first verse of I Refuse. And this was a little bit later in her career, just before she passed. But like that song and that verse, it's got a lot of just low chest, and that's when I really first, that was around when I was probably like 13, 14, somewhere there, when I was starting to develop my own little musical taste, starting to branch outside of like what my older siblings were listening to, and like, okay, I'm gonna go online, or I'm gonna listen to that, this, that, the other. And that's when I really started to like appreciate the tone of her voice, because she's got this just delicious dark depth to her lower chest voice, and it's just so I loved hearing that throughout here, and especially like here listening to it in this setting where she's in the studio and I'm not like focused on stage performance and music video and all that kind of stuff. I'm just focused on her and her singing. Even there towards the end when she was doing the big and bring me home at last, like those at last before she transitioned into the head voice again, doing the sort of like quintessential Aaliyah melismas, like just the fullness in her voice, the power. She had this power that I don't think she'd always got credited with. Yeah, but she had that power to her voice. I loved hearing it. I loved hearing that represented. I loved whenever she would tap into that, because again, it was just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So she has gorgeous, just rich, lower quality to her voice, and that paired with her light, clean riffs and runs, her vocal agility and all that kind of stuff, like she could have been such an incredible artist. I know already she's been such an influential artist to so many of the younger female singers in like the pop R&B world, so like your JoJo's, your Tori Kelly's and all that kind of stuff, and people like that have cited her as like an inspiration or as a reference, because it's like she was, and it's just a shame that she didn't get to do more. It's just a shame she didn't get to do more. But yeah, I love seeing these sort of behind the scenes things, and that's another thing I loved about her, like, because I've seen her do interviews when she was acting, Queen of the Night, Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Night is a completely different thing, but Queen of the Damned and like Romeo Must Die and whatnot, like when she was branching out into her acting career, like she's just so well spoken. She's so good at articulating her thoughts and just explaining things. Like she's just very well spoken. I love listening to her. I love listening to her sing because her voice is gorgeous, but I love listening to her just talk. She has great tone to her voice and just very articulate. It's a shame. But yeah, she was beautiful, inside and out, vocally gorgeous, and I'm excited to dive back into this catalog with some of my Throwback Thursday reactions. So if you guys have any other suggestions of hers specifically, or anyone really, that could be considered a Throwback Thursday reaction, but just let me know. Put it down in the comment section. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and this little trip down memory lane. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.